You know what are awesome? Ice cream bars with gumball eyes. Sorry for the blunt opening, but there's no other way I could have said it. These are amazing. For decades now, these ice cream bars shaped as popular characters have been crucial additions to any quality ice cream vendor's offerings. The main gimmick of these, apart from nearly all of them being based off of recognizable pop culture icons, are their eyes. Someone somewhere at some time thought, hey, what if we put gumballs in ice cream? They could even be the eyes of popular characters. Would that work? Well, apparently it did. Throughout the years, an insane number of these have been made. Seriously, if you can think of a popular character or franchise from the past 2 decades, chances are they had or at least inspired an ice cream bar of this kind. Some of the characters that got these are honestly surprising. For example, did you know that Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends had an ice cream bar? Well, he sure did. However, there's a certain gumball-eyed bar that some may say is more special than the rest, one that's become an icon even outside of the food itself. That's right, it's the Blue Bunny Sonic the Hedgehog Blue Raspberry and Cherry Ice Cream Bar with gumball eyes. Sonic, being quite the popular franchise, has had numerous food products released over the years. And of course, the series warranted the creation of its very own ice cream bar, and the company Blue Bunny stepped up to the task of making one, and make one they did. So now Sonic can forever be remembered as one of the many characters that had the chance to be made into an ice cream bar. Other timeless characters include Scooby-Doo, Shrek, Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, Bugs Bunny, SpongeBob, and of course, Private from Penguins of Madagascar. Yeah, okay, it's not the most prestigious of positions, but hey, it's still something. The Sonic Bar has made quite the name for itself over the years, becoming well known for its trademark feature, its gumball eyes. More often than not, these Sonic bars don't come out exactly as intended. Usually their eyes are tilted too far, placed completely in the wrong area, sometimes even being outside of Sonic's white eye sockets. Yeah, some of these can look pretty strange. But that's what gave this bar its popularity. And even though that shows that this bar has absolutely no quality control to its name, I imagine it gives the bar a sort of fun game to it, to see how messed up yours is when you get one. Considering how popular this bar is and how long it's been in production, I thought it'd be fun to go through its history and talk about all of the many releases of this infamous ice cream treat. Believe it or not, this Sonic bar has existed for over 2 decades, and has gone through many design changes throughout the years. So, let's take a look at them. The Sonic Bar seemingly made its first appearance all the way back in 1995, apparently starting out with generic classic Sonic-styled packaging. Unfortunately, I was unable to find much in terms of archived in-hand images of this release. I couldn't even find images of the wrapper it came in, which I suppose does make sense given how old this release is. This lack of documentation is an issue that plagues many of those seeking info on these bars, which I'm sure is many people. As it turns out, not many people take pictures of their ice cream, so it's very hard to find footage of these older designs. And not just for the Sonic ones. With many of these long out of production ice cream bars, you simply can't find images of them anymore. They're, well, okay, I can't say lost media because ice cream isn't media, but you sure can't find images of the Chucky Finster ice cream bar online. I really regret that I missed my chances of getting some of these. Given how these bars are made to promote certain characters, once that character is seen as no longer relevant, the ice cream goes out of production. For example, considering the show ended in 2006, you cannot find the Jimmy Neutron ice cream bar anymore. Let me tell ya, I would pay good money to see the last remaining Jimmy Neutron bar in existence. Maybe I wouldn't eat it because it'd be out of date and disgusting, possibly melted, but it sure would be fantastic to see. Same for what can only be described as the fabled Danny Phantom bar. I've been able to find images of the promotional sticker of this bar, and a scan of its wrapper does exist online, but I've never seen a single in-hand image of it. We do have an image of the Jimmy Neutron bar. Sure, it is melted in the image, but hey, it's something. Not a single out-of-wrapper in-hand image of this Danny Phantom bar appears to be saved online. And given the fact that food is perishable, especially in the case of ice cream, there's a really good chance that none of these out-of-production bars exist nowadays. So to all of you who once upon a time had some of these discontinued ice cream bars, congrats, because that's an experience no one can have nowadays. Oh wait, we're getting off track here. Right, Sonic. As I said, info on this release is mostly unknown, so much of what I'm going off of is speculation. The only documentation of this release that I could find comes from this, a custom-made fridge magnet. It seems to directly copy the sticker that would have been included in assortments that could have been ordered by ice cream vendors. These are the stickers that you can see on the sides of ice cream trucks, and this is apparently what the one for the first release looked like. I appreciate the speech bubble by Sonic there that advertises the fact that these bars have way cool bubblegum eyeballs. Speaking of those, as you can see, the The bar of course didn't always come with the green gumball eyes we all know, because this bar was designed before modern Sonic was made, so the original releases of this bar included black gumball eyes, with later releases eventually transferring to the green eyes we know so well today. The eyes are actually the only design change ever done to the bar throughout its entire time existing. Besides the eyes, if you bought a Sonic bar in 1995, it would have been nearly identical to one bought in 2017. Side note, during this time, there was actually a second Sonic ice cream bar that existed, though only in Australia. Introducing the Sonic the Hedgehog Milk Ice Cream Bar with Shock Rocks, released by the company Tapa in 1995. The bar itself is not nearly as iconic as the Blue Bunny one, as it goes for a more generic design. This release was quite ambitious. Not only did it get brand new exclusive Sonic artwork for its packaging, it got a 30-second long fully animated commercial. Thankfully, the commercial is archived and is able to be watched online. The commercial is something, to say the least. It involves Sonic and Tails shocking and presumably killing Robotnik, shown here in his Sad AM design, through the use of the ice cream bar. Obviously, this was meant to highlight the ice cream Shock Rocks. Though as ambitious as this release was, it seems it unfortunately didn't last long, being discontinued not long after it was initially released. Getting back on track, the gumball-eyed bar would continue to be released under the classic Sonic styling for a short time, as it seems both Sega and Blue Bunny realized that the bar could be used as a way to promote upcoming Sonic releases. And that's where this comes in. No, this isn't edited. This is real. This is the second release of the ice cream bar, now featuring a wrapper based off of the cancelled Sega Saturn title, Sonic X-treme. Sonic X-treme had a pretty big marketing push before it was cancelled. T-shirts, pins, walkie-talkies, a paperback book, and of course, it became the face of this ice cream bar. For whatever reason, all of the Sonic X-treme products had this weird blacklight neon look to all of its artwork. All of the artwork also depicted Sonic doing some extreme sports. For example, on this release's wrapper, and yes, we do have a saved image of the wrapper now, you can see Sonic in a karate-gi kicking. Alright then, here's something interesting. This is an image that was posted to DeviantArt in 2013. Somehow, somewhere, some ice cream truck was still using this Extreme sticker to advertise that they have the bar. Now obviously all of the Extreme releases would have been out of date by then, but it's interesting how some ice cream trucks must just not swap the stickers out for later releases. Then again, look at the copyright date on the sticker. It's hard to make it out, but it looks like it says 2004? Future releases we'll look at in a bit came out earlier than that. Why was this sticker and presumably this bar still being made in 2004? That's very strange. There are also images of a black background version of the sticker. I imagine this was the original sticker made before the 2004 blue variant. There's certainly a lot of mystery and intrigue with this release. Definitely the most interesting release of the bar. The Extreme packaging would go on to be the last classic era release of it, with the next release of it being updated to fit the Sonic Adventure style. This is without a doubt my favorite release of the bar, the Sonic Adventure era release. Just look at how cool this ice cream packaging looks. Interestingly, the packaging doesn't directly reference Adventure, which is even more strange when you consider how much like Extreme, Adventure also had a huge marketing push. Instead, this bar is simply labeled Sonic the Hedgehog, which did make it less time sensitive, so I guess that was a good call. This release, I assume, was released sometime close to the American release of Sonic Adventure, so sometime between 1999 and 2001, I'd say. Here's something interesting. Even though Sonic Adventure marked the first appearance of Sonic's modern design, and that design is on the packaging, it seems this release still had black gumball eyes. I can't find any images of an opened one of these, but I did find this image, which I assume was from some old website that used to advertise them. You can see the Adventure art in it, so it must be for that release, but as you can see, the bar itself still has black eyes. Though, what's truly unfortunate is that this wrapper design didn't last long, as by 2004, it was once again replaced, this time to make the bar a promotion for Sonic X. Makes sense. Sonic X was hugely successful throughout the entirety of the 2000s, and this release did exist for the majority of the 2000s, being made around 2004, and reportedly its production lasted until around early 2009. The packaging of this bar is once again very cool, having the iconic artwork of Sonic from Sonic X, along with the logo, and it even has a pretty neat looking background. Also, it seems this release was when the bar officially changed its eye color from black to green, though it seems like some Sonic X packaged bars did come with black eyes. If this image is anything to go by. Either this was a mistake, or the initial X releases had black eyes and it was changed later on. The Sonic X packaging is so far the last wrapper released to promote something specific, so unfortunately, and a little bit surprisingly, no Sonic Boom packaging was ever made, which you'd think they would have done. I mean, it's not like they would have had to change something about the bar itself. I doubt they'd detail Sonic's extra spikes that he has in Boom. It probably would have worked very well, but it never happened. And that brings us to this. This packaging style was released in 2009, as by then, despite still having successful reruns, Sonic X was long since cancelled, so that packaging was replaced with this more generic modern Sonic packaging. Honestly, there's not much to say on these more recent wrapper designs. Though one thing of interest is that in 2011, for Sonic's 20th anniversary, they actually added the anniversary logo to the packaging. Unfortunately though, they totally missed out on a golden opportunity to bring back the black-eyed classic Sonic ice cream bars. Oh well. You'll also notice the Play to Win and Pick Your Prize promotions being advertised on these releases. Pick Your Prize was apparently a contest held by Blue Bunny where you could win toys, video games, etc. And it just so happened to be running during this packaging's release. This packaging would stay in production for a decent amount of time, until 2016 when it was replaced with a much simpler looking design. This packaging doesn't promote any specific Sonic game or TV show, but is simply another restyling of generic Sonic packaging. At the time of me making this video, this is the current look of the packaging for the Sonic ice cream bar. But that's really all there is to say on this final design. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but this is where we're at right now. I'm sure that in the future, assuming the bar doesn't go out of production, we'll continue to see more packaging changes. I wouldn't be surprised if the packaging was changed to promote more Sonic media in the future, such as the Sonic movie that's reportedly coming out in 2019. I guess only time will tell. I'd like to end this video with a confession. I've never actually had a Sonic ice cream bar. I came close to having it once. A few years ago while we were on vacation, we stopped at an ice cream truck. And as any self-respecting ice cream vendor would, they had the Sonic bar. Also, if memory serves, the truck also had a sticker for the long out of print Mario bar. So maybe I could have gotten that as well. Actually, yeah, let's talk about that for a second. I always hear people talk about the Sonic bar, but no one ever mentions the Mario bar. You know, the one where his nose was the gumball? This bar, as far as I know, was discontinued a few years after its initial release. Though much like the Sonic bar, it did see an updated wrapper in 2001. Anyway, unfortunately, I didn't get one. Instead, I settled for the always incredible SpongeBob bar. My brother, however, did get one, so I guess at least I have seen one Sonic bar in person. But yeah, I've never tasted one. Hopefully that changes in the future. While making this video, I did look to see if any locations near me would have them, but unfortunately, it seems the Sonic bar is exclusive to actual ice cream trucks, which is a shame. Though I guess I don't have much to worry about, because this ice cream bar has survived for over 2 decades, and I'd be surprised if it stopped production anytime soon. Can you imagine how sad that would be if Blue Bunny one day announces that they won't be making any more Sonic bars? It's become iconic, not only online, not only with Sonic fans, but with general ice cream buyers. When people think of these ice cream bars with gumball eyes, Sonic is always brought up. Whether it be for its weird looks, how it's lasted this long in production, or how great I'm sure it tastes. It has stood the test of time, and I would hate to see this go out of production. Hopefully that doesn't happen for a long time, so that the bar can continue to be recognized, rebranded, enjoyed, and of course laughed at by many generations to come.